Hey there, Shalini Mittal here from Tech Gatha, and in this video let's understand the various methods in the list. So let's create a new file with the name as list methods.py. Say for example, I want to store temperatures in the list taking user input. So I'm going to create an empty variable with temperatures equal to square bracket. I need to take say 5 values from the user. So we know the for loop. So I can say for I in range of 5. And I can print a message. I'll say enter temperature 1 and temperatures dot. It has a function append which basically adds the items in the list. So whatever value is entered by the user, I will be putting that. So I'll say here input and temp equal to, and I can put the value in the list. I can then print temperatures. If you choose, you can use the for loop and you can print all the temperatures. So sorry, this will be run. So enter temperature 1, 98, temperature 2, temperature 3, temperature 4, temperature 5, right? So I got all the values. Now it's string, so you have to convert into integer. So if I run again, enter temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3. Okay, I've said int, sorry. This should be float. Temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3, temperature 4 and say temperature 5. So I have all the 5 values as floating point integers. I can say print. I want to get the max of temperatures. I may want to get the min of the temperatures. So if I run, so you can see max is 101 and min is 98.0. So append is one of the functions which you can use to add the items in a list. Next, I have say 5 temperatures in the list. I want to update the value. So I can directly go and say temperatures of. You want to update the value at what index with whatever value, you can provide that. If you want to delete, I can say, so let me print temperatures after I update. If I want to delete, I can say delete temperatures of and I can provide the index. So I can say suppose 0 or I can say delete temperatures of and I can delete a particular value, suppose 99 because I know that's there, and then I can just print temperatures. So if I run now, I enter temperature 1. So max, min, after updating the value at index 2, deleting temperature at index 0, and sorry, you cannot provide the value, you have to provide the index. You can provide range of values though. So I can say delete from say 0:2. temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3, temperature 4 and temperature 5. So you can see I'm able to delete. So here it deletes the value at index 0, 99, and then 0 to 2, so 0 and 1. So only 2 values are remaining in the list. The next method that you can perform on the list is you can say index. So for this, let me just comment out the previous ones. And to get the index, I'll just create a temporary list. And I can say print temp dot. So you can see it has various functions available. So index, and it also gives you documentation. So I want to get the index of the value 12. I can say print. The next is the count function. So let's just explore the various functions available. I say count, and I want to count the how many times the value 12 occurs in the list. Say for example, I give to the count function a value as 120. Let's see what this does. Then I can say print temp dot sort. Now sort function returns nothing. So I will not be able to put inside the print. It will print none. I say temp dot sort and temp. Alternatively, okay, we'll come to that function later. You can say print temp dot reverse. Again, this returns none. Let's say temp. So if I run this, you would see index of 12 is 0. So it gives the first occurrence. Count of 12, it occurs 2 times. Count of 120 is 0 as it doesn't occur. temp.sort, you will see it sorts the list. temp.reverse, it reverses the list. If you don't want to sort the list in place, you can use a method sorted, and you can pass in the temperature. It gives you a new list. So now if I run, you would see the list is sorted here, but the original list remains intact because I have said sorted of temp. So it sorts the list and returns a new sorted list. So the original list doesn't get modified. So it depends upon your requirement whether you want to sort the list in place or whether you want to sort it and store it as a new list. The next method is basically extend. Now how the extend works is, so let me comment out these. Let me take this list. Let me make a new list. So suppose I say n1 equal to 1, 2, 3. If I say n1 dot extend and 10, and if I print n1, it gives me an error because I cannot add an integer in a list. But I can say n1.extend 10. So it adds 1, 2, 3, 10. I can say n2 equals to 4, 5, 6 and n1 dot extend n2. And if I print n1 and if I print n2, you would see it adds 1, 2, 3, 10 from here and then 4, 5, 6 in n1. So it directly modifies n1, but n2 remains intact. Now how is it different from append is, if for the same thing instead of extend, if I say n1 dot append n2, see what happens. See the difference, this and this. So here it basically expanded the list and added as elements in the list. Here it added the list as a nested list. So this is one of the major differences between extend and append. The next function is pop. So I can say print. So my n1 is finally this. Okay, so my n1 has this. If I say print n1 dot pop, and then I'll say print n1. So n1 dot pop removes the element from the last. So it removes this complete list 4, 5, 6 and it returns me the remaining elements. That is, n1 now has 1, 2, 3 and 10. The next function is insert. So we saw that when we use extend and append, they basically add the items in the list from the end. Append adds as a nested list, whereas extend flattens the list. What about if you want to insert an element at a particular index? You cannot use extend and append. So I can say n1 dot insert and it takes the index where you want to insert the element, that is the position and the value. So I say my last list n1 is 1, 2, 3 and 10. So my n1 is this. I want to insert, say 0, 1, 2, 3, a value of 100. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, it inserts 100 at index 3 and shifts the other elements to. Next function is basically remove. Now you can use pop to remove an element from the list from the last, or you can even provide the index. So I can say, for example, let me comment these out, and suppose I have a list, say vowels equal to now if I say vowels dot pop, so pop will by default remove the element from the last. I can say pop 2. So A, E, so it removes I, the value at index 2. What about if you know the element to be removed and not the index? Then you cannot use pop, you would be using remove, and I can say I want to remove O. So A, E, I, U, and remove function returns none. If you want to clear the list, I can say vowels dot clear. You would see now we have an empty list. So that's all with respect to the methods in list. In the next video, we will see few programs using list. Till then, happy learning, take care and bye-bye.